Yo. Hello. It is fully in WrestleMania season. If you had watched Elimination Chamber, you know that we are well into WrestleMania season and it is getting crazy. And the build was slow going into Mania, but after Elimination Chamber, going into Elimination Chamber, the build was kind of slow. But now that we're at Elimination Chamber, it feels like Elimination Chamber hit a rocket into it, and hopefully stuff will start to flesh. Stuff has to start to flesh out. WrestleMania next month, but WrestleMania is deep in the month, so that's probably why they took their time with it. It's in the 20s. It's not in the It's not like the first, second, or third like it usually is. But yo, check it. I'm gonna tell y'all how I would have booked WrestleMania. I'm gonna do WrestleMania Night 1 booking today, and then next week I'll do WrestleMania Night 2. Alright, listen. This is fantasy booking. It's extremely biased. It's basically how I would want it to be based off everything that's happening in real life. So I do pick some stuff from real life, and there's some stuff I do change depending on how I feel on the situation. Also, it's 2 nights. It's 9 matches on one night, 9 matches on the other night. Listen, it's WrestleMania. I know that's a lot, but it's WrestleMania. We get 5 matches. Most times we get 4 matches a card. It's WrestleMania. Can we get some more wrestling? We don't gotta build no stories at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is about the wrestling. The show of shows. Let the show be the show of shows. All right. So here's the card. I'm gonna tell y'all the card, the build to the card, the little tiny build, a little tiny recap of the build, and then I'm gonna tell y'all who I think would win the match. All right. So this is how I would book WrestleMania Night 1 in this order based on everything that's happening in professional wrestling right now. But I did switch up some stuff. Like when I had planned this before all the stuff with John Cena happened. However, that's night 2 anyway, so I'm not even gonna get into the John Cena stuff and Cody Rhodes stuff. Anywho, night 1 WrestleMania. I would start off WrestleMania Night 1 with a championship match. Oh, it's WrestleMania. Every single championship should be on the card. You have 2 nights. Why you can't put every title on the show? Night 1 for the women's world title, I would have Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan versus Io Sky. I'm recording this on the 3rd. I think this is coming out on Saturday. I'm recording this on Monday. I think this video comes out on a Saturday. I think I'm gonna put it out. And I say all that to say as I don't know what's gonna happen yet on Raw because I didn't watch it. But basically, Liv Morgan, she's still the women's tag team champion. She would win the Elimination Chamber. And Io Sky versus Rhea would be tonight. And of course, winner will face Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. Difference is I would have Liv interfere in that match, and as a result, they do it. Adam Pearce is like, oh, that's what you want to do, Liv? Huh? That's what you want to do, Liv? Bet. Now you got to fight both of them at WrestleMania. Now she pissed. Io Sky pissed. Rhea Ripley pissed. Everybody pissed. Match starts. And yeah, that's how it'll be a triple threat match at WrestleMania. All 3 of them involved. 3 of the biggest names, honestly. Y'all can hate on Liv Morgan all you want. Liv Morgan had a hell of a year, and I believe she deserves a championship match at WrestleMania. Not even just a championship, like something more significant than a tag team match that she's been getting every single year. I feel like she's earned that after the stellar 2024 she had. And she was honestly the MVP in the Elimination Chamber. She put her body on the line. She was cut up, bruised up, and she had an amazing performance. And she's always like the Iron Lady in these type of things. I know in Royal Rumble she wasn't the Iron Lady this year. They gave Roxanne Perez everything. But wasn't she number 1 or 2 in the Royal Rumble? I'm pretty sure she was like number 2 or something. And then in the Elimination Chamber, she did the entire match. So it's like, she can perform. And Io and Liv do very well in matches together. Add Rhea, it's going to be amazing. And then the winner of the match would be Rhea Ripley. And then the ripple effect would be Liv will be done out of the championship picture at this point. And the Rhea Liv thing is over. It would lead up to Rhea versus Io Sky down the line, 1-on-1. The second match, if 9 matches is too long each night, I'll cut it down to 8 each night. This match would be the match I would cut if I was to cut a match if it would say it's too long. But the second match would be Austin Theory versus Grayson Waller. It's obvious that they're eventually going to break up. and I would have the blow off be at WrestleMania. Tensions will build between them. They would lose a tag team title match. Grayson Waller would break up with Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller would get pinned, and then he would blame Theory like why you didn't stop the pin or whatever, and blame Theory even though he was the one who got pinned. And then Austin tried to calm him down, like yo chill out, and then Grayson would attack Austin. He'll blame Austin for the loss and all that stuff. Basically, he just mad at Austin, but at WrestleMania, Austin Theory would get the dub. Austin Theory would become a full time 100% good guy now, and we'll see where face Austin Theory goes from here. Third match of the night will be an Intercontinental Championship match. It will be Braun Breaker in a fatal 4-way defending his championship against Penta, AJ Styles, and Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser and Penta's rivalry, they would get Pete Dunne out of it. I don't know how, but Pete Dunne would he would be the odd man out somehow. Maybe they both beat him, and then just the continual feud with Ludwig and Penta would continue. AJ and Braun do their thing, then their feuds would clash at each other, right? Like everybody would just start attacking each other every week, and then there would be this whole thing where, they're like, who's the number one contender? One of us should be number one contender. They'll all beat somebody prominent, and then they'll all make a claim, and then that's when Braun Breaker's like, you know what, F it. I want all three of y'all at WrestleMania. Bam, fatal 4-way at WrestleMania. He bit off more than he can chew because the winner would be Penta. Penta wins at WrestleMania, becomes Intercontinental Champion. That would lead on to Braun Breaker versus Penta feud, and honestly, it could lead to an AJ and Ludwig Kaiser feud. So everybody gets something down the line, I guess, that connects from this match. The fourth match would be the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Yes, I'm bringing it back to WrestleMania. So it would, but it's a new format. Check this out. It's a new format. So I know it's gonna sound weird, but I feel like TNA be doing stuff like this. But it'll be a new format to try to make the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal feel more important. So there'll be some big names in there. You know, this time Pete Dunne would be in this. Braun Strowman would be in this. Guys like that, Santos Escobar, whatever, just to give them a match at Mania, whatever. But then this is what happened. Everybody's in the Battle Royal, but the last two remaining stars, right? Whoever the final two is, it becomes a singles match. It's no longer, it's not throw it over the top rope. It's like, out of you two guys, now somebody got to get pinned, right? So here it is. So also, I would put Seth Rollins in the match, and Seth Rollins will be, you know how Seth Rollins elevated the World Championship? It'll be his goal to elevate. He'll talk about how great Andre is, and he wants to elevate Andre's name and elevate this battle royal, and that's what Seth Rollins' goal is. And you know, he'll talk about how he wants to make this battle royal actually mean something for once. And then Solo Sikoa would also be in it. Solo would announce to Jacob, more on the Jacob match. Jacob has a match on night 2. I won't say who it is, but it's a big match for Jacob. But he'll announce it. He'll be like, listen, I'm gonna be in the battle royal, and I'm gonna prove to you that I'm still him, you feel me? And then Jacob, Jacob don't really be saying nothing to Solo no more. He's like, all right, go ahead, prove it, And then the final two obviously would be Seth Rollins and Solo. And then Solo would win. Solo would win because Solo needs a big win. And he needs something to make himself seem kind of important again. So he would win this battle royal, and then this would add on to a riff that would add on to a potential matchup between Jacob and Solo down the line, maybe SummerSlam, but more on that next week when I reveal what Jacob's match is. So that's 4 matches down. We almost halfway through WrestleMania. Next match will be CM Punk versus Sami Zayn. I know what you're thinking. What? Why are they fighting? I told you I'm lining things up to what it is in real life, but I'm not lining everything up. So not everything is gonna be on par. It's gonna be like, I would change things up from the Royal Rumble. Remember that qualifying match that Sammy and Punk had? That would never happen. Sammy and Punk would both be in the Elimination Chamber. They would both be in it. And in the Elimination Chamber, Sammy would get eliminated by Punk. And then the lead up to that would be like, Punk would be like, remember when he said, guys, like, Sammy's not on my level? We would play on that. Like, he would continuously belittle Sami Zayn and be like, yo, you're not on my level. You're not a main event guy. You're just not. And then Sammy would be like, I am on your level. I can beat you, Punk. I did what you did. I lived your dream. I main evented WrestleMania. He'll be saying stuff like that. So they'll go back and forth every week. Promo battles. It'll be a respectful feud though, because it'll be like two good guys getting into each other. But that would be it. And then the guy who would win would be Sami Zayn. I would have Sami Zayn beat CM Punk at WrestleMania. And this would lead up to Sami Zayn having a huge push. Like, this will catapult. This is supposed to catapult Sami to, like, superstardom. Like he's supposed to have this. This is supposed to launch him into, like, a new. Like, he's a main event guy now. Like, a true, legitimate main event guy. CM Punk puts him over. The match has to be very great. And it would probably lead to Sami winning the Royal Rumble the next year, if you catch my drift. And then we get like Sami Mania, you feel me? So that would be Sami. Sami finally becomes world champion at the next WrestleMania, but it all starts here tonight. Yes. And then I think I would still have Punk main event WrestleMania next year also. But Sami doesn't necessarily have to main event it again, because Punk would probably go out and win the Elimination Chamber. But either or, Sami wins this match. The next match, this match is something that's gonna happen. I would keep this match, and it's Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. I would just build it differently. Instead of him attacking Sami and stuff, I would have Kevin just straight up snap. Like, after he lost the match to Cody Rhodes, what was it? It was a ladder match or TLC? No, the ladder match. He would snap. He would just go crazy. Like, he angry now. So he would randomly just attack people. Every week. Every week he would come out and just, like, let's say, I don't know, Joaquin Wilde versus Akira Tozawa, they're wrestling or whatever. He'll come out, he'll just brutally assault them and match cancel. And then one night he's doing that again, and then all you hear is, I hear voices in my head, they talk to me, blah 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 blah. And then Randy Orton comes out. Because remember, Kevin Owens still injures Randy Orton. So now Randy Orton coming for revenge. And then, the brawl happens. They fight each other. Bang, bang, bang. That leads up to their match at WrestleMania. Randy Orton wins the match at WrestleMania. Hopefully slapping that boy Kevin Owens back into reality. The 7th match would be... So that was a little break from championship matches. The rest of the card is all championship matches. Now, this is where we'll get a little extreme. We'll have the ladder match now. I feel like they're gonna do this match also at WrestleMania. It'll be #DIY defending their tag team championships against 1, 2, 3, 4 teams. So it'll be a fatal 5-way ladder match at WrestleMania. I think they're gonna do this. I think this is actually gonna happen. It'll be DIY versus the Garzas versus Pretty Deadly versus Street Profits versus Motor City Machine Gun ladder match. Yo, what up, Topside? Topside said, I wanted to see that punt kick so badly. Listen, he gonna do that, Mania, and the pop's gonna be crazy. And Wade Barrett is right, because he said as soon as Randy Orton was about to hit the punt kick, all of a sudden security want to do their job. I thank you for calling them out, Wade Barrett, because they was not doing their job prior. All of a sudden now they want to stop something. But yeah, back to the tag match. This build-up would be exactly how they're doing it in real life. Everything they're doing, the way they're doing it in real life with these 5 teams is exactly the same thing. I would just leave this exactly the same. And yeah, I would just make it a ladder match at WrestleMania, and I would have the Street Profits win because they seem like the most dangerous team out of all 5 of them. I would have the Street Profits win, and I mean, their whole reason for being as aggressive and angry as they are right now is because they ain't been champion in like 3-4 years. So finally, they win back the championship at WrestleMania. Match number 8. This will be the co-main event. It will be Chelsea Green defending her United States Championship. Chelsea Green with Piper Niven defending her championship against Bayley. Bayley would win a number 1 contenders match. Bayley would cut a promo saying that she's done everything in WWE, which she has. She's won literally everything except for the mid-card titles. And she'll say, like, all right, now it's time for me to go out there, go win this mid-card title. And what will my shirt say? All the gold. Bayley right here. That was a coincidence. I just realized. But Bayley's goal is to have all the gold. So Bayley would go off, do that. This would be a hilarious rivalry because, Bayley's pretty funny. Chelsea Green's funny. Piper Niven's funny. So their promos would just be a bunch of like funny stuff back and forth. And then at WrestleMania, Chelsea Green would actually win. Piper Niven and Chelsea would cheat, get away, find a way to cheat, and beat Bayley. But eventually, this would lead to a rematch, and Bayley will eventually win the United States title. But at WrestleMania, Chelsea Green would get the dub, and Bayley would put her over. And now it's time for the main event of night one. Y'all gonna be mad at me, but we still eating on night one, and it's still the main event. Listen, I don't know, bro. I'm still going Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship, night one's main event. Here's the difference: Jey Uso would not win the Royal Rumble though. Jey Uso would I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. But somebody else would win the Royal Rumble. More on that on night two, next week's video. But Jey Uso would win the Elimination Chamber. The match at Saturday night's main event would have not happened. He would not have fought Jey Uso, so there wouldn't be this rift. The whole point of Jey Uso winning is Jey Uso wants to finally live up to his main event name. So that's his whole thing, proving everybody wrong. I am main event Jey Uso. I will main event WrestleMania again, and I will win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. I will finally get over that hump and become world champion. Gunther's like, no, no, I don't believe you, Jey. And he'll belittle him every week. This will be the ultimate underdog story, like how it will be for Sammy the next year. This year will be, listen, underdog stories at WrestleMania is sensational. Daniel Bryan, Kofi, and now this year Jey Uso. And yes, I would have Jey Uso win the match. He'll finally become legitimately main event Jey Uso. This is a 5-year build to this man finally becoming a world champion. 5 years. 2020 is when it started. 2025, he becomes world heavyweight champion. They finally pulled the plug. He's the highest selling merch at times. He's yeeting everybody, yeeting everybody. You feel me? The place. Can you imagine all them people in Vegas doing that? It'll go crazy. The beginning of the match, at the end of the match with the fireworks and the world championship. Can you imagine like how good that's gonna look? And that's what's gonna happen this year because Jey Uso, I will still go with this. I don't know. I would Bianca and Rhea be in a match now. It just kind of makes it hard for this to be a main event. But I feel like closing out with Jey Uso yeeting with the world title at WrestleMania would be an amazing way to end the show. Amazing. But yeah, that's my WrestleMania night one. Those are my 9 matches. I'll run through it quickly one more time. I would have Rhea Ripley defeat Io Sky and Liv Morgan. I'd have Austin Theory defeat Grayson Waller. I'll have Penta become the new Intercontinental Champion, defeating Braun Breaker, AJ Styles, Ludwig Kaiser. I would have Solo Sikoa and Seth Rollins be the final 2 in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, and it will turn into a regular singles match, and then I'll have Solo Sikoa defeat Seth Rollins. And then I would have CM Punk versus Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn defeats CM Punk. I would have Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. Randy Orton defeats Kevin Owens. I would have the Street Profits become the new tag team champions, defeating #DIY, the Garzas, Pretty Deadly, Motor City Machine Gun. I would have Chelsea Green with Piper Niven defeat Bayley to retain the United States Championship. And I'll have Jey Uso complete Yeetomania, Yeetmania, whatever you want to call it, and defeat Gunther to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. And that is my WrestleMania night one fantasy booking, bias booking, whatever you want to call it. And yo, that's just night one. Night two, just as fire. But you're gonna have to watch. You got to wait till next week to see that. That's when I'll post that video next week. You feel me? So yeah, that's it, man. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. Comment if you want. Check me out on Twitch at ZBlaze3, and I'm out.